Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above a soulless sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Yeah. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger, a brotherhood of men. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Yeah, that's a nice song. Imagine there's no homelessness in Canada. Imagine that. Imagine there's lots of cat shelters to adopt out all these stray cats of Canada. Imagine that. Imagine there's no poverty in the world. Imagine that. Imagine that there's no suffering in the world. Imagine that. Imagine all the millionaires and billionaires giving away millions and billions of dollars to help out all these social problems which we have in the world. The world would be a greater place if all the millionaires and billionaires gave away 1 or 2% of their net worth to all the problems of poverty, homelessness, stray cats freezing to death in the winter, and all the things that people suffer from. Imagine all the millionaires and billionaires in the world giving away 1 to 2% of their net worth. There would be no social problems in the world. But the problem with the money, millionaires and billionaires don't share their money, and they're not very generous people. This is Dennis Ramsey's opinion. I've met about 300 millionaires over the years since 1984 that would chew over $2 or $3 or $4 instead of giving it to you for your folk art painting. The meanest people I've ever met in the world, and I've met quite a few of them, are the millionaires, the billionaires, and the middle class folks. Don't be so stingy with your dollar bills. Come by Dennis Ramsey's paintings. I live at 27 Canaan, C-A-N-A-A-N Avenue, Apartment B, Kempful, Yellow House, White Trim. I live in the upstairs apartment. I'll sell you a folk art painting or an abstract art painting. They cost only $100 each, up to $200 each. You can reach me at 902-365-5044, no jive. Also subscribe to my videos on the YouTube channel. There's art videos, singing videos, talking videos, and blah 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 videos. Anyhow, also check out my folk art website, DennisRamsey.wix.com/Dennis Ramsey. Anyhow, imagine there's no poverty in the world. Imagine there's no homelessness in the world. Imagine there's no stray cats or stray dogs in the world, and they all got loving homes and comfort. Imagine there's no suffering in the world. Imagine every person having a family doctor. Because in Canada, we got roughly about 5 million people, or maybe it's 7 million, that don't even have a family doctor. Imagine that. Also imagine all the millionaires and billionaires and middle class folks giving away 1 or 2% of their net worth for all the social problems of Canada, like homelessness and poverty, and people that are suffering every day, that are on fixed incomes that don't get enough to live on. Imagine that. The problem, like I said before, with millionaires and billionaires is they don't share. They don't share their wealth or their net worth. Most billionaires will never be able to spend all their money in their lifetime. They'll end up giving it away in the end anyhow. So why don't you, while you're living, make that decision to give it to good causes like the homelessness peoples of Canada, the stray cats of Canada that freeze to death in the wintertime, the people that are suffering from poverty, kids that go to school without a breakfast or a lunch. Why don't you take your millions and billions and spread your wealth and make the world a better place? That's a message from Dennis Ramsey, world-famous folk artist of Kemptville, Nova Scotia, Canada. Anyhow, if you want a folk art painting or an abstract art painting, they're only $100 each, up to $200 each. You can reach me at 902-365-5044, no jive. Anyhow, if you buy my paintings at $100 each, $200 each, I'll donate $20 out of every painting to the SPCA cat shelter and dog shelter. You hear what I'm saying? For all you people out there, middle class folks, millionaires and billionaires, you buy Dennis Ramsey's paintings at $100 each, up to $200 each. I'll donate $20 out of every painting I sell to the SPCA cats and dog shelters in Nova Scotia. Anyhow, now if everybody did that, we wouldn't have no stray cats or stray dogs freezing to death in the winter in Canada. See, that's the problem. People that got money don't help out the needy, the animals, the homeless peoples, the people that are suffering and living in poverty. That's why the world is turning into a shithole in 2018. Because the millionaires and billionaires are greedy. I got a sister, Margaret. She's a multi-millionaire. She's worth $4 million plus tax. She's a doctor, a medical doctor. She does surgeries and all that good stuff. And she's been a doctor for 33 years. And she's a multi-millionaire, but she's meaner than a fucking rattlesnake. And that's my dear sister, Margaret, that's 72 years old, meaner than a fucking rattlesnake. She'd make Scrooge and Mr. Grinch look like Mickey Mouse. Let's put it that way. She'd make them look like Mickey Mouse. She wouldn't even buy her dear brother, starving artist Dennis Ramsey, a cup of coffee or a donut or even a sandwich. She's so fucking mean. She's so fucking mean she stinks. You know what I mean? She's mean, mean, mean. And that's my dear sister, the multi-millionaire doctor, is so fucking mean. So the problem with millionaires and billionaires is they don't share their money because they're too fucking mean. They're so fucking mean they stink. And they make Scrooge and Mr. Grinch look like Mickey Mouse, a lot of these millionaires. But have you ever seen a Brinks truck behind the hearse when they put you in the hole? They don't throw your sacks of money in the hole with you, do you? You can't take it with you. Can't take it with you. You might as well spend it. Spend it. Enjoy it. Help out the homeless peoples of Canada. Help out the people living in poverty and the cats and dogs. Build shelters. Do some good with your money. Houses for Habitat for Humanity. Spend your millions and billions on houses for Habitat for Humanity in Canada. Your money wouldn't be wasted. Take your money and donate it to schools where the kids come to school without a lunch or a breakfast. Donate your millions and billions to them. See, take your money and do something good with it. Instead of, hoarding it away in a bank or a vault. Then when you die, yeah, you might die with the most coin in the bank, but you never enjoyed life and you never done nothing with the money. Do some good with your money. If you got $10 million, you got $9 million too much. You got $9 million too much. You only need $1 million to last you the rest of your life. The problem with people is they get fucking greedy. And I got a sister that's worth $4 million, and she wants $4 more million. There's never enough. They always want more and more and more. And fucking greed takes over, and then they get greedier and greedier. You know what I mean? That's the way people are. That's the way they are. And it's unfortunate, because the people that live in poverty have to suffer because of these rich pricks that got 40 billion or 20 billion or 5 billion don't want to share or give any of it away. If every millionaire and billionaire gave away 1% of their net worth, there'd be no poverty in the world, there'd be no homelessness in the world, there'd be no cats or homeless people freezing to death in the wintertime, there would be nobody going hungry, there'd be no suffering. So that's my message of the day. All you millionaires and billionaires, share your wealth. Give your millions and billions to poverty problems, homelessness problems, animal abuse problems where animals are outdoors, homeless. Give your money to kids and people that go to school for their lunches and breakfasts. Do some fucking good with your money. What's the sense of having 50 million in the bank if you ain't going to do any good with the money? Look at my stupid sister. She's worth $4 million. Yeah, she's a surgeon, a doctor, but she's meaner than fucking Scrooge with her money. And she's meaner than a rattlesnake. Wouldn't even get me a cup of coffee or a donut or a sandwich. Won't even send me 20 bucks each month or anything. Too fucking mean to give me anything. So I got no time for mean people like that. I got no time. They don't get the time of day with me. And my sister is a selfish individual, an egotistic, self-centered, selfish, fucking meaner than a rattlesnake type person. That's the best way to describe her. And that's coming from her dear brother, Dennis Ramsay, the local starving folk artist of Kempville that has to use the food bank every 6 weeks because the middle class folks and the millionaires and billionaires are too fucking mean to buy my paintings. Don't be so fucking mean in 2018. Come buy some Dennis Ramsay paintings. I live at 27 Canaan, C-A-N-A-A-N Avenue, Apartment B, yellow house, white trim. I live in the upstairs apartment. You can reach me at 902-365-5044, no jive. Anyhow, my paintings are cheap. They're only $100 each, up to $200 each. Anyhow, you all take care, and I hope my message was a good one. And I did the John Lennon song, Imagine. Well, use that word in your head, all you millionaires and billionaires. Imagine what you could do with your money. Imagine all the good things that you could do with it. You take care and have a good day. Bye for now. World famous folk artist Dennis Ramsay of Kempville, Nova Scotia, Canada. I'm glad we had this chit-chat.